again. I'm about to play turn 100 for PB15, so this turn should take quite a while because there's a fair few things that I'm going to have to look at and go over, because not only am I going to be doing this stream for viewers, I also need to figure out what I'm supposed to be writing for in the written reports, and there should be a large one of those to come later. Unsure when I'll be able to write it. Might not be able to do it until the weekend, unfortunately, but I'll see what I can do. Anyway, let's have a look. First of all, I'll look at the scores. Novice is in the lead at score. Then he's like 40 odd above me. I'm 50, almost 50 above Thoth. Lewin, Sedona, Indicator, Commodore. Score doesn't mean too much because a score doesn't value anything like how close you are to a victory condition. In Novice's case, he's got a lot of score because he has a lot of culture that gives him a lot of land, which gives him score, and he's got wonders which give him score. So they're the score rankings, but that doesn't mean who's like in the best position. I'll just turn that down for a moment. 63. Okay, that's nice. I'll have a look at the event log, and I see Commodore has got a great scientist, and I've got currency. That's why my tech rate's pretty nice. Well, I'm saving 63 gold per turn now. What else is there? I'll just have a look around to see if anything's changed. I see that the Barb City's still there. Thoth's got roads going up around, so I'm going to just have a look around to see what's there. Yeah, Thoth has not played this turn, so he can still cover all of his units. And he has a settler there. That's going to be interesting to see what he does with that. It's going to be very interesting considering what these borders look like and where he would use that, because I don't think he's going to raise this city. Maybe he will, I don't know. Lots of things there going on. There's nothing new really on the border. Nothing new at all. Going to move this archer later to see if Novice is doing anything. Vindicator. Vindicator's already played this turn. He's left his worker uncovered. I think that's simply because he doesn't care anymore. But I'm not going to go and declare war on him for that. What does he have in that city though? He has a barracks. There's a terrace. So no, I don't think he's... Oh, but he's also got Judaism, so he's making at least 2 culture per turn into that city. So I do need to finish this library to make sure I hold on to that plain sail. This turn I'm going to build wealth for a single turn, and then go back onto and then build the library with minimal overflow. So yeah, that's that. I'm just going to on mine later. Novice has finished chopping. The fact that he's timed so many chops to finish this turn suggests that this is the last turn that he's going to build at Wonder. So he's probably I would expect pyramids to fall in Macarthur this turn. It just makes sense. There's not much else he could be going for. He's not got any calendar resources hooked up, so he can't be building a mausoleum of mausoleums. Cities are still defended as expected. So yeah, there's not a lot here going on with. Anyway, what is there here? If pyramids does fall, I'm going to get 200 odd. I'm going to get 200 odd gold from that. Significant amount. I could either carry on building the library, or I could build wealth. I think wealth's the better choice, to be honest. I don't think putting that one turn into the library was necessarily so bad, because I did it before I knew what great person Novice was going to get. That he didn't get the engineer, and to be honest, if I would have finished the library and thought none the worse of it and not been bothered really. But right now I'm not sure because of how quickly I can finish it. Um, it's actually it does only take 3 turns to finish. So I'm going to leave it there because that means I can have it finished to end of turn 102. And then I can set up to overflow the maximum possible amount of hammers into whatever afterwards. Because let's have a look at aesthetics to see how long it would take to research this. It is a 3-turn tech. There's nothing I can do about that right now, it would seem. Although the academy would be pretty interesting, would make it pretty close, as would a new city with trade routes and all that. If I were to 2-turn aesthetics, I would finish aesthetics end of turn 104, which is if I could put 24 hammers into an archer or something close to that, and then I would overflow out a full turn's worth of hammers into Statue of Zeus. So I can do that, but that's something to look at in the future. I'm not 100% certain Pyramids is going to fall, but I think it will. But anyway, that's more of a strategic point. Anyway, I'll just play the turn. There's nothing special over here, is there? Just look at the demographics quickly to see that now I'm no longer #1 in GNP, but that's because I'm saving gold. Still not. I'm second in manufacturing. Still just about first. Proper yield. I am first in soldiers, but again, second place is not far behind, and the average is pretty close now. It's actually climbing again, so everyone seems to have a little uptick other than Pintigator. So things aren't really. It's not. This isn't a peaceful world. This is a world where people are well defended. Anyway, I'll go on. Settler finishes next turn, moves on to the desert hill in my territory and then out of my territory, so I don't pay upkeep for it. I'm moving worker 7 down. It moves down now, then it chops when the settler moves, chops again when it moves. I cancel it then, plant the city and chop the immediate barracks. That's the plan. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. Worker 8, just check to see. I'm not paying any unit supply. I can move it onto the plains hill and then road the wheat, then move on to onto another desert hill. It's a bit weird with this because there's not many good tiles for this city to work at size 1. There is actually an option that mining a plains hill might actually be the best thing I can do. Border won't pop for a while. So yeah, that might be the best thing to do, simply because making 5 hammers per turn, I'm going to just try and build that granary, but there's not many. There's not much to do there. Just thinking the best way to go about it. Yeah, I actually think it's the easiest thing to do in this situation. I don't actually want to take the sheep. I need every scrap of food I can get and got the reset, I think. Every scrap of food until I get that banana hooked up. Ironworking is actually really important for me. It wouldn't normally be that important, but I'm focusing a lot on the capital and getting an academy, working the cottages to grow them. So I do need to actually focus on getting the food there as well. But I'm actually going to move to road that Plains Hill. I'm going to move the archer first. No, there's nothing there. Move the axe. The workers now, I move worker 1 to road. Worker 2 moves onto the grassland. Not worker 2, worker 5. I'll need to work out that later. You're going to mine, because that's what I want to do with you. That worker is chopping. That's all the workers have now finished. They're all fine doing that. Other than these two over here, which I can't figure out what to do with. Worker 9 is interesting. I'll look at you in a moment. ARAM collusion. I actually changed the micromanagement after playing the turn to grow it immediately so that I can build another worker this turn. The reason for doing that was actually that I wasn't entirely sure. Oh no, I'm still not sure about the mids, and I need a worker in this area to chop the forests. I'm not sure if I can keep worker 9 in the area. I think I can, but didn't want to take that risk. This worker, do I need to mine to road that hill? I don't know if I do. Anyway, it's staying. I don't really need to improve any more tiles for this city, however. Yeah. I actually think that the best choice is to road. I mean, okay, let's just look at the micromanagement now. All depends on what Say Baron again does. I can slave it now to get the settler, not a problem. I'll make 48 base hammers, 48 adjusted hammers rather, which means that I'll overflow 4 adjusted hammers plus whatever I produce this turn. Now, building a settler, I would want to work the Plains Hill mine. That'd mean I'd overflow 5 base. That's 8. So 8 plus 4 is 12 adjusted, which goes down to a 7. I'd overflow at 7 base hammers. I have 11 into the workboat. So basically on turn 101, 102, I would need to make 6 hammers on each turn. Well, after this turn, the 2 scientists are finished, so I can work a sheep, I can work a cottage, and still keep on working that hill. For 2 turns, I've finished the workboat, no overflow. That's absolutely fine. And I think that's what I'm going to do. The other option, of course, was to whip it next turn, but but that does delay the settler by 1 turn. I just need to work out what happens because 2, 3, 4. Okay, next turn both these workers are moving, so they move there. Then the road had finished, and then it moved. So actually, I can whip it on turn 101. I can whip at turn 101, which means I can. I just need to make sure I do finish the workboat on time. I'd be at 64, so I'd have an additional 8. But that would run back down to 5, so I'd actually do. No, I whip it next turn. I'm going to whip it next turn. It doesn't delay the city founding. It is the right way to do it, and I still work that cottage for an additional turn. So that's absolutely fine. It does mean that ARAM collusion does have to keep on working that sheep. Now I have the choice of building wealth or what, basically. Basically, is 1 hammer worth 2 food? No, I'll work the coast tile then if I'm going to do that. I'm quite happy to do this to keep on storing up food. As said, this city I need it a bit larger just to work every scrap of hammer. Just scrap together all the hammers I can get to get Shredded on Pair done in time. If I do go aesthetics, which I'm thinking is more and more likely now. I could just irrigate a plains farm. Irrigate that tile, put the farm down. It's another hammer. I think that's better than working grassland farm. I do want to mine 1 hill. That chop will go in. But I do need a unit to defend, really, if I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to move that spear up now, I think. He doesn't care, I'll move him up, move him there. The worker's going to irrigate. Yeah, I'm going to farm that plains tile. Normally you wouldn't bother with this, and to be honest, it's not. I'm only doing it because I want every, yeah, as I said, every hammer I can get. Spearman moves into the city. I can road or not road. Doesn't make any difference to me really. I'm actually going to road, just so that I've got it down. These two workers, now this is where things get weird. I can build a market or I can build wealth. In this city now, I don't want to push culture anymore. I don't want to get another wonder. Don't want to build something like Parthenon. That's just stupid in my opinion. Good wonder, but I don't want it. Not here. I've got 4 forests that I can shop in quite reasonably for a market. That's most of it. Or I could save them for, I don't know. I'm going to save them for anything that's on the horizon. No? Yeah, there's a stable that I want to get. That'll be 1 chop or 30 hammers that I can just build easily. I'm not concerned about that. I'm actually going to without doing any micromanagement, I want to move 1 onto a hill, 1 there. I think that might be the right choice. Or I can road, move them both up to mine or farm or whatever. What do I build? I actually build wealth because the market won't be done until most of these chops are ready, or at least 3 of those chops are ready to go in, and I'll be making a lot of hammers at that point. So I'm actually going to move. Do I move them both? Shows you just how many workers you need. I actually think I need about 5 workers to keep up with the improvements in this city. I obviously don't have that many workers, so I'm actually going to go for the easy way out. I don't know if this is right or wrong, but I'm just guessing now. But I'm happy to do it this way. That's most of the turn done, but now you can see I'm at 84 gold per turn, working a few wealth in 3 cities. That is equivalent to 100 pickers per turn break even. It's not shabby. So got the reset, finished the settler, move off the lumber mill and onto the farm. I'll actually use the lumber mill in the Scarrow Ward next turn. The library, yeah, I'm doing the library so that I can actually get National Epic done in this city. Also because I've got nothing else to work, good tiles to work. Coast's what I'm limited to. I'm going to go for the library. Then do an archer for 2 turns, overflow out as much as I can. Build wealth again, I'm not going to get a worker. Slave of the Settler next turn. Finish the Great Scientist end of this turn. Then do the workboat and then something or other. Fuck it, I need so many more workers. 10 workers are just not enough for me. Do need so many workers. I actually think I'm going to get another couple of workers I think I'm gonna have to slave another couple of workers or build them next turn. Or actually, overflow 1, save 15. That's 16. Need 32. 3 turns to grow. Work in the lumber mill. No, I can grow it to size 7 and then on to size 8 and it'll just keep on working, picking up hills. That's not too bad. Then I'll move him on and chop. Okay, yeah, I can do that. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to go back. Okay, next I'm going to pick up the lumber mill and keep on growing. Then it'll go to size 7, end of turn 103. Pick up the mine on this grass hill. Then it's going to grow slowly, and then it'll pick up the mine on this hill when that's done. At that point, this forest should be chopped, and I can have both workers irrigate it and then both mine this one. So swap over from one hill tile onto that farm to grow a bit quicker. Then that'll be size 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'd be size 10. Then I've only got 2 more hills to mine. So actually, no, I don't need a worker here. I just can't use that lumber mill for a fair few turns. But that means that I need workers on the other tiles that got the reset. So actually, I need workers. I do need workers. Anyway, I'll move on. Do not die. Takes 3 turns to grow. Borders will pop soon. I'm going to use the forest in 3 turns. And I'll carry build wealth this turn. Next turn it finishes the library with minimal overflow. Because there's not much to overflow into, I'll just carry on building wealth. Once I get around to finishing horseback riding, I can build the stables and then horse archers here. Grow to size 6, work 2 mines. Bob's your uncle. That's it. Saving gold. This turn I'm saving 84. Next turn I'll be making maybe 73. But I'll have the additional potentially 219. So you're looking there, that's 81, 300, 353, and then I'm saving gold for a further 2 turns. I'm looking at 500 gold fairly easily, I think. Yeah, looking at about 500 gold fairly easily. Depending on what the break-even's like right now, that'd be 10 turns. 9 turns. 9 to 10 turns of 100%. But with an academy, yeah, that's an additional 18 beakers per turn without the growth. Two of those tiles will grow. No, they'll be growing at the start of that. So you're looking at 180, the new cities with the trade routes, even if they're only internal. And I'll can increase the amount of gold it produces working 2 hills and building wealth. I won't be working the 2 scientists, so that will again actually drop the science rate, but as you can tell, it's not... It's like, I can get aesthetics done in 2 turns. I'm fairly sure, considering I'm going to be saving... I'm going to be putting in a few beakers now, next few turns, and with that increase, I think I can get aesthetics done in 2 turns. So that would return 103, 104, 105 to do mist, 106 to do polytheism, 107 to do aesthetic literature rather, 108, 109, and 110. 7 turns, I think, to get everything I want done. And if I've still got a few more turns of I don't think I'll have enough though to get construction. I might do. Probably don't. I don't think I'll have enough to get it done. Not at 100%, but it'll be pretty close. So that would actually be everything. That would be catapults, that would be war elephants, that would be heroic epic, swords with if I have got iron, horse archers. It's just... that'll be everything pretty much. That's the basic route I can take. That's with no beelines, nothing else. If I wanted to beeline though, well, I'm looking at 3 turns for metal casting. How much for machinery? 8 total to get to the end of machinery. I can't get guilds because I don't have feudalism. If I wanted to get beeline civil service though, 1, 2, 3 with a lot of overflow actually. And that's 6. So I could actually get civil service by the end of it. It's not impossible. I could get civil service. But again, my capital, well, good, isn't absolutely amazing. It does lack food because of how I've set it up. So it's viable. I could do it, but I don't think it's that good. An engineering beeline, again, you need machinery, and that's most of it. But I could get construction as well, I think, on top of that. So I could get metal casting machinery, construction. I could get forges, which aren't cheap for me. Triremes, which I can't build. Colossus, which I can't build. Workshops, which are only worth 2 hammers but lose a food. Unless I were to go into cast, which is a reasonable choice, but I'd need to get code of laws. I could go for feudalism. That would be interesting because it would be basically 1 turn of research to get mist and meditation. About a quarter to get priesthood, maybe a third. 2 turns. So basically, I would 1 turn mysticism, meditation, priesthood, and monarchy. Yeah, I reckon I'd 1 turn all of those, and I still have overflow. Feudalism should take me 5 turns, but I expect it to take me less than that. I would expect it to take closer to 4, or at least something like 4 turns of 100% and 1 turn of break even, something like that. So I could get all the way to feudalism. I would have enough gold saved to do that. But really, the other option is obviously music, which is actually very easy to do. And in fact, I'm going halfway there anyway. If I weren't going for if I just not getting the military techs would mean I could do that, because it's only about. I could probably squeeze that out as a 4-turn tech as well. Probably could squeeze that out. That'd give me an artist, which, to be honest, is an interesting choice, but I think I can get music anyway first. If I get the military techs, I can do what I expect. Go to literature, get the military techs, then save gold again. I think I can get music. Get a great artist. Then it's a rather interesting choice, because I don't think I can actually culture bomb novice per se, because he's probably built up so much culture into his tiles. I don't think I can do it. But if I were to take Millet and bomb it, I would. Let me see. 20%, 40%, 60%. But if you were to bomb Miller, I don't think I'd make much of leeway against McCarter and Lambert. But basically, Robinson and this city here would be gone. I could take both of those with very little difficulty. I mean, there's other options, obviously, like settle, bomb, destroy Kingsport, ruin, pissing Commodores, Shreddies, but I'm not interested in that. Bombing, bombing Thoth's just a bad idea. I mean, where would I bomb? Bomb the Scarrow Ward and be really obnoxious. All I'm doing is basically declaring war on him for no reason. There's no point doing that. Could bomb over here. Wouldn't do anything. Bomb here. Does nothing again. Nothing that I get that I want. So it would be better just to get music, just to keep it in reserve, so I didn't get bombed, rather than just to deny it to anybody else. Or so that if somebody else did try to bomb me, I've got the artist there to immediately counter bomb. No, that's what I'm thinking of doing. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking I'm going to probably do, is to go to literature first, then it's horseback riding, ironworking, then limp to construction, then save gold and do music. Build the Great Library in, got the reset, National Epic in Hitmo Big, the Heroic Epic in Reijadonga along with Statue of Zeus, build the Shreddagon Payer in Aram Collusion. Might look like I've got 4 cities that are building nothing but wonders at that, and I am. But these cities, well, okay, 5 cities that are building nothing but wonders with Do Not Die, but then I've got, and I'll carry that I'm expecting to build wealth until I've got horseback riding. Then it can do stables and 3-turn horse archers. Say Baron again has got nothing to do. I might actually just build, I might just stack whip anger here and get some workers out. That's actually quite likely to happen because I've got nothing to. I mean, this city's really not well developed, but it's got basic infrastructure. It's got a library, got a granary. Don't want to build units. There's not many hammers there, unless it works Plains Hills. But these are all going over to Do Not Die anyway, so there's not much there. So I'm happy to stack the whip anger. Scarrow Ward again is growing. Once I've got horseback riding, that will build the stables. That will build horse archers, and it is growing onto hill tiles, so it's going to go up from 4 hammers per turn to quite quickly to 7 to 10 to 13, and I can always move off the farms onto mines as well if need be. But that's the plan. Wait and see what happens. Razor Donga without marble, making 25 hammers per turn. I can, yeah, I could overflow out enough from the archer and work a forest for turn that I would get. And I've got I've got 1 forest to chop. The other one has to save for Shwedagon. It's 200 hammers. I actually only need 170, so actually I don't even need to bother with the working a plains forest. I can get that done in 7 turns, which means 6 turns from when I've got aesthetics due to the overflow. But I'm looking at like 3 turns to get to literature after that. But again, 7 turns, and then there's heroic epic. Again, it'll take 8 turns to build. 15 turns total from turn 104, so turn 120, 20 turns time. This city can be making 1-turn horse archers, and they will all, that's without stables, and they will all, the stables would take me 2 turns to build, but with a lot of overflow, not that I'd want any. So I'd actually, what I would instead do would be to build a cheap unit. It would actually in this instance be a scout, because I could put medic on it. And it would then 1-turn a stables and then go back to building units. I don't think there would be anything wrong with building the scout, because I do need to get a medic unit. Otherwise, I've got to build a 30 hammer chariot in a unit that has in a city that has stables. So that would actually be reasonable. But yeah. And then with that would be, what would that be? 8. Yeah, that would be a lot. That would be 8 experience points. I'd be fairly close to getting 3 promotion horse archers, and I just spam them at Erasure Donga. Do Not Die at that point will be close to Thing Morslos. It will be working all the hills. That will be capable of 2-turn horse archers, 3-turn horse archers, and I'll carry. You're looking, so and just any other city building horse archers, you're looking at least 2 horse archers a turn being built, or 100 hammers of units being built a turn. So I've just got to get to that point, get to about turn 120, and then I can just start trying to beat people up, or build up and then try and break people. I don't know what will happen at that point. A lot will depend on what Narvissus does with his army. He's quite weak now. He doesn't have horse archers. He doesn't have catapults. But at that point, it might just be that I build 1,000 units, not 1,000, a 30 unit stack, 1,300 hammers, walk it in and just dare him to collateral it and kill it. And if he can't, I'll take everything of his. That's probably the aim. Anyway, I think that's actually most of the turn. I think that's the entire turn done, actually. I'll just end turn now. I'll take a few screenshots, and I'll go on with the... and then I'll take a few screenshots, and then I'll try and start the written report. think that's pretty much it. That's not the capital. That's the capital. Oh yeah, here tomorrow big. I should have said this, but that banana's a nasty place to hook up, so I actually do need to give a spear in this area and a worker. Even though I want to road down and improve all those new cities, I'm going to have to keep the worker here, I think. Because unless I get a second worker in the area to help chop the forest, it's going to take forever to improve this city. Yeah. Definitely still build wealth. If pyramids goes, I build wealth. Or actually no, I don't. I build the library. That's actually a good point. Um, Actually, should I build the library? Because 3 turns of building wealths now. Actually, no, the wealth's worth it. I build the wealth. That's effectively another turn of 100% research, which is effectively saving me a couple of turns on getting to construction, which means I can then save more gold, save gold earlier, and get to music a bit earlier. So actually, no, I want wealth. Fuck the library. I don't care. Those hammers can be lost. I don't mind. Um, Carry on growing. Grow to yeah. I'm probably going to whip some pop off to finish shredding on pear a bit earlier. I want that sodding banana. Yay! Finally get the scientist. Boring. It's gonna be pretty funny if this city actually does manage to build a mausoleum. It shouldn't, but it might. And F2. Oh, I'm paying for unit supply. That sucks. Can't have everything. And that's it, yeah. So yeah, that's because of wealth builds. My GMP so good. You can subtract 4, 13, 20 from that, but it's still not too bad. Anyway, I hope everyone has a good evening. Hopefully we'll keep on playing now. Should be another turn tomorrow anyway.